Hi, my name is Mrs. Dunn, Reier, and it's an honor and a pleasure to have your student in English 2 this year. I'm going to be showing you a PowerPoint to explain some of the things about our classes. Now, I know we came back face-to-face today on the 28th, yay. However, I also have the Baldwin homeroom online, so you're going to see references to both still as we go through this presentation. This is a presentation that the kids already had, so you'll see some funny memes in it to try and lighten it up and not make it quite so boring. But let me share with you my desktop. This is how we do things in our online classes. I share what I have on my screen, and so you'll see the PowerPoint is there, and I'm going to put it into presentation mode. So just know that safety is first and foremost in my mind if your students are on campus. They have to keep their masks on over their noses all the time. Having a little bit of a battle keeping them over their noses, so if you could help me in that, I'd greatly appreciate it. At school, students wait outside the classroom against the lockers. They show me their ID when they come in the door, and I put hand sanitizer in their hand, and they go straight to their desks that have just been cleaned off with alcohol. So to avoid tardy, students need to be in the classroom by the start of class or online by the start of class. Now, I do have hall duty that I have to do before the online class, so I usually start the meeting right before I go out to hall duty. That may not be able to happen all the time, so I may have to start the meeting right after I come in. Students wait in the lobby of the online environment, and I let them into class. When the clock indicates the start of class, for those who are here, they need to immediately go to their seat. I'm not one that says they have to be in their seat by the time the clock strikes the start of our class. When they're online, they need to join our class meeting after checking in for attendance. And then I'll have them start the bell ringer. So students who are in class all the time keep their masks on at all times. Online, they join our class meeting in our lesson plan channel. They go to Teams. They mark themselves in attendance using the tab at the top of the general channel. And then they complete their online bell ringer that I tell them to go ahead and do. This is when in all classes, after they complete the bell ringer, I preview the lesson plans for the day, and they are to take out their class materials. All students should have a blue or a black pen. We write our essays in pen, and a funny color pen, red, purple, something that can be seen in order to mark things right or wrong on their papers. They need some kind of spiral notebook with at least 2 sections in it, one labeled Reader's Workshop, one labeled Writer's Workshop, or a binder. So when they finish the bell ringer, they have their class materials and are ready to go. On our online meetings, they are posted in the lesson plan channels. They are posted usually right below the lesson plans. I say usually because if somebody goes in there and writes me a note or something, that will bump the class meeting maybe up 1, okay? So students need to turn off their microphone and their camera for our meetings. They do need to have a microphone though, because I do call on them regularly. If their microphone is not working with the computer, they need to be on the phone. If I call on a student twice and they aren't answering, and trust me, I don't call them right back to back, but if they don't answer twice, their attendance is changed to unexcused absence per Dr. Hall's policy. They have to prove to us that they're online, not just that they popped in so that they show up on the attendance list and then disappear. Okay, so online, they need to stay online for the entire meeting and be ready to answer questions. If they have questions, they can raise their hand in the online meeting and I can call on them, or they can type to me in the chat. If they need to walk away for a minute, they need to let me know in the chat and let me know when they're back. So in answering questions, I already said students need to have a microphone and answer when called upon. Those who are face-to-face are encouraged to bring their school computers to class fully charged if they have one. They just have to keep it with them all time so it doesn't disappear, okay? We have no computers in the classroom at this point, hopefully by December, but they are encouraged to bring their school computers, if they have one, to class. So where do I find things? This is for you as the parent also. I post our daily lesson plans online in Teams each and every day. It shows exactly what's going on, from the standards being covered to what our bell ringer is, to what I introduce to them as a teacher, what we do as a group. Although online it's very difficult to do groups, we're doing very limited groups in the classroom, and then individual work and homework. Again, the bell ringer for online is in the bell ringer channel. Otherwise, it will be posted on the board, or it'll be on the screen on the TV here in the classroom. Videos of lessons, they automatically turn up in the general channel, but I do try and post them to the class videos if we have recorded for that day. Again, all homework is listed in Teams and the lesson plans at the bottom of the lesson plan for the day. Short readings and worksheet kind of things will be attached to the lesson plans. They will also be available in Focus for graded assignments. Major readings such as Animal Farm. I do have textbooks that we can use in class, and I have a digital version that I will put up on Teams. So this is basically what someone sees online, and hopefully with face-to-face we won't have to use some of these, but still my online class will be using all their channels. The channels are listed alphabetically, and you'll see lesson plans, and this is just the first half, the top half of what shows up. And so they see exactly what we're doing each and every day. I am totally transparent. You can go on Teams and see what we're doing each day too. If a student is absent, they don't need to ask me, did we do anything? Because they can go to our lessons plan channel and see exactly what we did that day, any handouts that we used, any homework. This is how we get into class meetings. You can see that this is what a class meeting looks like for those who are online. And you'll see that we have the next day's lesson plans right below. So it's always right below the lesson plans unless somebody has written something and bumped it. So homework is due by the start of the next class in most cases, unless otherwise noted, like in Achieve, we assign those on Mondays and they're due by 10 p.m. on Sundays. I've asked students to put an alarm in their phone for 7 p.m. on Sundays to make sure that they got it uploaded. It would really help if you could check that for me. So homework is uploaded to Focus 100% if you're online, probably 95% if you're in class face-to-face. These documents have to be uploaded in one of these three formats: Docs, Doc, or PDF. If students take pictures of their work, that's okay, but I need them to insert their picture into a Word document and upload that. If you do not have Microsoft Office Suite, students have access to a mini version on OneDrive, but the district does provide free Office Suite for students to download onto their computer or their iPad or whatever it is you use at home. It's on the website. We do try to teach them to split their computer screens to make their life easier. So maybe they're viewing a PowerPoint on this screen and they're writing about it over on this screen. And that's just by using that little icon up at the top. That will shrink it down, and then you can make them smaller with the handles and fit them side by side. Grading, I use the district grading scale. All of us who are doing Achieves are using a 70% total points, and Achieves are 30%. Some of these Achieves are tough. Most of them are at their reading level, but not all of them. So there's an opportunity for them to get some extra credit by writing an extra thorough thought question instead of just 2 sentences for elaboration for each point they make. Maybe they're doing 3 or 4. I can give up to 10% extra credit on that. Also, Stretch activities for the lesson count for an extra 10 points. They have to be done after the original lesson, and the stretch lesson is done at the level that it was written at, not at their individual reading level. Okay, so those count for 30%, and again, they're due by 10 p.m. on Sunday nights. All right, individual assignments are worth different number of points. Late work is accepted until 5 days late, but it's a 10% penalty per day. Weekends count 2 days. So they can stop the clock by uploading a late assignment and a missing work slip to Focus, and then they have to email me to tell me that it's ready to grade now. If I don't have those things done, I don't know to go back and grade it. So that's what I require them to do. The late slips are found in Teams, in General, in classroom files, in files, then classroom material, and there's a missing work slip there. Most of them, I've shown them several times where to find it and should be fine. So a 0 is going to be entered until the assignment is submitted and graded, and late work goes to the bottom of the grading pile. I usually grade it once a week. Now, about half the students in my online class have IEPs, 504 plans, or ELL students, so extended time is provided on each assignment. So for on Achieves, please know that those are assigned on Mondays and are due on Sunday nights for the regular students. However, for students with accommodations, they are due on Thursday by the start of their classes. 0s will be entered for assignments not in. Please, if you're extended time, don't panic about this. That just means as a reminder to me to keep following up, and to the student and to you that I haven't gotten it yet. The 0 is temporary, and as long as the work is turned in by their extended deadline, the 0 goes away and there's no grade penalty. So the grade penalty stops if they're late after their extended time deadline. So in class, need to wear your IDs. I don't want students borrowing supplies from one another due to COVID issues. Anything that interrupts the flow of class, we do those kinds of things during breaks in the action. Bathroom passes are in the middle 20 minutes of class. Dress code is enforced, and I can't have food or drink in the classroom right now because of the aerosols in the air and keeping kids safe. So as far as if there are grade concerns or questions, students can come to me before 7 o'clock or after school. I can't help them in the 3 minutes in the passing period. It's a nightmare, especially flipping between being online and in class. So I want to be able to give them all the attention they need. They can email me, but they need to use proper etiquette. All sophomores have been taught how to write a proper email to a teacher, and I'm holding them accountable for what they've been taught. This is to encourage them not to use texting language and to realize that there's a difference between informal writing and formal writing. I also have a Google phone number that you'll see in a minute, and that's on the syllabus. You can call me on that and leave messages or text me until 4 p.m. Tutoring is on Tuesdays from 2 to 4 o'clock. I try to reserve the online time of 3 to 4. Students just need to email me to let me know that they need to come in. We have a conference channel that I can meet with them in. I just need to know I need to be there and open up a meeting. For face-to-face tutoring, please know there is no safe room right now, so students need to have a ride after inline tutoring. They cannot just like go watch football practice. They have to be under the supervision of a teacher. So closing protocol in classroom, please know again, safety is the most important thing. So I pass out alcohol wipes. We wipe down the desks. We wipe down any books you use. They stand on circles, dots in the classroom, and then I squirt hand sanitizer for each of them and send them on their way. So if you need to reach me, here is the best way to reach me. Email is always the best because I'm sure to see that. I answer within 24 hours. If I don't, you might want to check with me again because it might have gone to spam or something because I'm really good about getting back to emails. There is is my classroom phone number, and there is my Google phone number that you also may text. Calls after 4 p.m., they may get returned the next day. So again, it is my pleasure to be working with you and to be teaming up together to help your child be successful this year. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to a great school year.